Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm asking the question, are you using your time wisely? And I mean the time that you spend on a driving range practicing. I'll be back in a second to answer. Today I'm asking the question, what is the best way to practice? Aren't we spending too much time on the range tinkering with our swing when we could be doing something far more productive? And by productive, I mean things that we are going to use on the golf course. So what I like to do is get myself into situations where I don't yet have a solution, or where I have a number of solutions and I'm not quite sure what the best one is. Today I'm looking at a short shot out of the fringe. Here I've got around about 8 foot of fringe, and then I've got around about 15 feet of green to work with. And the question is, would I chip it here or would I putt it? Now I want to get some objectivity into the shot shape. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a couple of markers on the green to give me an idea of how far away the ball actually stops from the hole. And I'm going to then basically almost have a little kind of shootout between the different clubs. Now this means it could be a wedge, it could be a putter, it might be different wedges. I might find that one with high loft is better than one with low loft. The trick is really to have the answers when you get onto the golf course. So when I practice like this, I go through complete pre-shot routines. I'm really reading the grass. Now obviously here with a putt, I've got the problem that I don't know how the ball is going to roll through the longer grass. And I have to take into account not only the way that the ball will be moved by gravity during its roll, but also the difference in the speed that I'm going to hit it. I've got to almost imagine the speed that the ball is still going to have when it hits the green, so that I don't roll over the hole or get far too short. I've got 2 rings on the green. One of them is a 3-foot ring, the other one is a 1-foot ring. Now obviously I would like to get inside the 1-foot ring every time, but that's not going to happen. If I can get inside the 3-foot ring, however, I'm pretty sure I'm going to hole it anyway. So the trick is to get good at short putts. And we know the pros are around about 99%, I think, from 3 foot they'll hole. If you can get that good, it takes a lot of pressure off your short game. Now the first club I'm going to try here is a 54-degree wedge. It hasn't got as much bounce as a usual kind of sand wedge. It's around about 10 degrees of bounce. So I shouldn't have too much problem with it kind of bouncing off the turf, because the turf is pretty tight here. But I like the feeling of just being able to loft it a little bit, giving it that little bit of air so it doesn't actually come down in the fringe, enables me to actually kind of carry it over the trouble and then roll out. And you can see that that was the better shot if you compare the 2 shots. Now obviously that's not going to be fair if I only give the putt one chance, so let's give it one more. Again, the line wasn't very bad, but I've got, unfortunately, problems getting a judgment on the distance. I'm only 3 foot away, or just outside of 3 foot though with the putt, so probably we're going to get up and down. But let's have another look at this shot with the wedge. Again, the wedge shot is just, well, a great deal better, isn't it? For me. Now, I've just managed to hole that, so it's not going to get an awful lot better, but if you were practicing this for yourself, you might well find that you'd be better off with another wedge, maybe even a 7-iron. The 7-iron will give it a little bit of flight, probably not the kind of enough, but I'm going to try this just to give you an idea. So you see the 7-iron I had to land in the fringe, but that is also closer than I was able to get with both of the putts. Let's put the 7-iron away and go with something a little bit more radical if we can find it. No, we can't. Lob wedge, where have you gone? My lob wedge has got 58 degrees. It's got 8 degrees of bounce, so again, it's quite good from tight lies. It's not likely to kind of bounce off the turf. And it means I'm going to be able to be far more aggressive with the shot. The fringe won't come into play whatsoever. Picking a target far closer to the hole, picking it up there. And you can see that that's not a bad alternative either. Obviously, you're always going to have more than one club that can do the job. And the trick is basically getting objective feedback so you make the right decision. And to get objective feedback, you've got to basically have a shootout regularly between these clubs. There might be times when you're putting better than you're chipping, and then you go to the putter. It might just simply be a question of confidence. I can remember watching, I think it was Keimer, Donald and Westwood, and all three of them chose a different approach shot from the same distance, and all three of them were basically within a couple of feet of the hole. So there isn't a right and a wrong, there's just a works and doesn't work. And the trick is not to get out there on the golf course and start solving puzzles out there. You want them all the answers in your vocabulary before you even get onto the golf course. Hope this helps you. If it does, hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. Don't forget the little bell to give you notifications the next time we post a video. Lovely seeing you all. Look after yourselves. Bye-bye now.